What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now that the wedding is over, me and Felicia can get back to some of the other things we really wanted to do when it came to working this channel over the last year. The wedding ended very beautifully, and now that it's out of the way, we're gonna get to those installs and simple things that we really started out wanting to help people with. So today is gonna be very simple, and it's a good way to start. We're gonna be talking about replacing the marker light on your car. Now, it's probably one of the simplest things you can do, but you know, a lot of people get worried when it comes to chassis stuff, electrical stuff, and especially lights and wires. But the reason why I'm going to throw this one in is because I actually don't like the way that the orange ones look, and I know that there's an aftermarket one that comes in clear. So what I'm going to do is just teach you guys how to swap that out. It takes no time at all, so that's why I'm doing this one first before we get into the more intense ones. Now, if you do think that you're going to need tools, the only tools that you will need are, let's see if I have them in my pocket, you will need, a flathead screwdriver, and you will need maybe needle nose pliers. In order to get the thing out, all you have to do is use your hand. You just kind of get under it. But for some people, they still have their inner fender liner, which I don't, because my fenders are aftermarket. And because of me having an aftermarket fender, they don't line up. But you'll usually have a few pop tabs there, so you could use the pliers or the screwdriver to get it out. Alright, so the first thing you need to know is there is nothing holding this on except for two little clips that are behind here, located all the way to the side one way. Then there's the wire in the middle, and then there's a second clip further in, more towards here. But you don't really need to worry about that because they're kind of just sliding clips. All you need to do to get it out is kind of get a good grip on it and then just slowly work it out. Be careful of that because you know some people have paint. The thing to pay attention to is your wire is lined up from an angle, so don't just try to pull it straight out. You're going to want to go and pull it across and then out so that your wire and your clip don't break. But as you can see, it's just sitting there. All you have to do is, it's a little twist locking system, so you just twist it there, pop old boy out, and then as you can see, I'm doing this with one hand. Now the thing to know is, if you're changing these to a clear lens like I'm doing, sometimes people's marker lights are clear because they have an amber marker. Make sure that when you change it, you have an amber light so that you still have the turn signal color to match so people look at it. Because when I switch to this one here, if I had a clear light, people wouldn't know that it's a turn signal even though it's blinking. It would be more along the lines of looking like a reverse light. So just be careful with stuff like that. But as you can see, I'm doing this with one hand just to kind of prove a point. All you need to do is line up the holes, twist them back into place, and then once it's in, you can pop that boy right back into position, and job is done. And I did that with one hand, not even letting go of the camera. But it makes for a very easy and quick install, but it completely changes the dynamic of the way your car looks. As you guys know, my car has a pretty aggressive profile to it, but compare that one. Okay guys, as I said, this video is going to be really quick, but the only thing that I want you guys to take away from it is how simple and quick it is. Don't be afraid to get in there and mess around with the wires. The only thing I told you have to pay attention to is if you have a fender liner, which would be located right up in here. Mine obviously isn't there. You would just have to pop a few tabs out to give yourself access from the back. Like for example, if you have a wire or your bulb swings out and doesn't stay connected to here, you'll need to be able to reach in and grab it. So you might have to pop a few tabs out to get in and grab your wire before you connect it back in and push it through the hole. But other than that, you should run into no issues at all. So if that video was helpful, please throw a comment, like, share, and subscribe. Help me and Felicia out, because now that the wedding's over, we really want to get into more of the car detail stuff. That being said, my name is Will, and I'll see you guys in the next one.